He's running, he's running.
Do you see how big this web is?
The middle section of every after-school kids science session is called Explore. It's the part when kids do hands-on exploring and investigating. In Explore, kids wonder, discover, and think like scientists. Here are some tips for leading Explore.
Now you're going to blow 3 bubbles on the tables from each container.
Before you begin Explore, give clear instructions for how the children should move to the work area, get their materials, and start the activity.
All right, let's go look at the tables and I'll show you guys how to make bubbles.
Be a guide on the side during this part of the session.
So it's kind of like the hand, when the hand went way underneath and it sank to the bottom and it's hard to pull it up off the...
Show interest in what the kids are doing and thinking by checking in with them individually or in small groups, rather than trying to get the attention of the whole group.
I heard you say the metal sinks.
If a group is successfully exploring, sometimes the best thing you can do is to stay out of their way. Don't worry if a group is struggling some. This is evidence of learning. You can decide to step in and offer guidance, or wait until they ask for help.
Okay. So then look and see where is your sand on this list. Yeah.
The more you know the children in your group, the easier this decision will be. Don't be afraid to be a co-explorer. Mess around and try things out with the kids. Your interest will excite theirs.
We got it.
You guys got it going on?
Yeah.
Okay, let me see it.
It's important for the kids to feel like they are in control of what they're doing. Make sure not to take over. Give them just enough help so they can do it for themselves. And it's okay if it doesn't go perfectly. Sometimes children learn more from the things that don't work than the things that do.
So do you want your parachute to open during takeoff?
No.
Yeah, you think yeah?
Avoid giving kids answers they can figure out themselves. This can discourage thinking and curiosity, which makes kids lose interest.
It's gonna go down.
Okay, so what do you think about that?
Instead, encourage them to figure out the answers for themselves.
How would you feel if you were living on this island?
Sad.
Why?
Ask broad, open-ended questions. These types of questions help kids take their thinking further, which keeps them interested in what they're doing. Broad questions like, what do you notice that's cool or interesting? What are your ideas about that? What are you going to do to find out more? We'll get the kids to think, wonder, tinker, investigate, and, well, explore.
Read this aloud to your partners and don't let them see the back. Oh, don't let them see the back.
Encourage the kids to talk to each other during their investigations and share their observations and ideas like scientists do. The more the kids talk to each other about ideas, the more they learn. Help the children work well together. There are questions in the session guide to ask kids about how they're working together. Sometimes kids get caught up in an activity and forget why they're exploring something. Post the question of the day and remind them of it during the session.
Wendy, are you in 5th grade, Wendy? Yeah. Why don't Matthew and Wendy, why don't you read this to the kids and let them look at it, and then you guys can start answering the questions, okay?
It's important for leaders to modify activities to find the right level of challenge for children. You might need to make an activity easier so that kids don't get frustrated. Or you might need to take the challenge up a notch so that kids aren't bored. There are suggestions in the kit handbooks for ways to adapt the activities for younger kids or older kids. And finally, let the kids have fun. Exploring and investigating are important and exciting parts of learning and doing science.
Funding provided by Oracle, the Noyce Foundation, the S.D. Bechtel Jr. Foundation, the David and Lucille Packard Foundation, and the Stephen Bechtel Fund.